Okay, let's do a quick stretch for your calves and your tibialis anterior. Take your foot about 5 inches away from the wall, and you're going to bend your knee, trying to touch the wall with your knee without lifting your heel. So this is just a little test. Now go to the left side. So this lets you see how tight your calves are. And it's something you can retest. Okay, let's go to a step and do some calf raises. So we're going to be strengthening and lengthening the calves. So come up all the way, all 10 toes are on the ground. Make sure that they are not, your ankle is not inverting or everting. And then you're going to slowly lower as far as you can. And then go back up. We're going to do 10 of these. So my knees are soft but straight, which means I'm primarily working the gastrocnemius. When you do a seated calf raise, that focuses more on your soleus. Okay, I'm holding at the bottom and I bend my knees a little bit here. Okay, and I'm going to come off of that, come to the wall, backs of the shoulders on the wall, walk your feet out some, and we're going to work the tibialis anterior by dorsiflexing, bringing your knees towards your shin, and then dropping them. So we're going to do this 5 times. You should be able to look down and see that muscle bulge as you bring your toes towards your shins. Okay, now real quick, let's do some ankle mobility. Come to the outsides of your feet. So it's called inversion. You're going to hold this for about 5 seconds, then we'll relax and we'll do it again. And lift up for 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, now we're rolling to the insides of our feet. And relax and do it again. Okay, let's do a tibialis anterior stretch. Take the tops of your right toes behind you into the floor. You're going to press them into the floor as you shift over some and lower. Ribs are over hips. Press the toes into the ground. Feel that stretch from the front by your shin bone. And we're going to lower and lift just a few times. Okay, last one, and let's hold it up. Now take that back heel to the floor. Shift your torso forward, getting that calf stretch and that back leg. And then switch sides, tops of your left toes to the ground. Shift forward and down and hold. Feeling that stretch in the front of that lower leg. That lateral side. Now we're going to lower and lift. Okay, let's hold at the top for just a few seconds. Okay, and get that calf stretch on that side. Okay, come up to the long side of your mat, feet about hip width apart, maybe a little farther, and you're just going to sink down into a squat. And we're just going to shift your body weight from side to side. So we're at the right side, pushing your right knee over your right toes, and then switch to your left. If you are unable to squat like this and keep your heels on the ground, you can go into a half squat. Take one knee on the ground and just work on one side at a time. Move to a low kneeling position to the back of your mat with the tops of your toes on the ground, sitting on your heels. You're going to hold this for 30 seconds. Come to a tall kneeling, tuck your toes, and you're going to lift your knees while shifting to the bottoms of your feet. So you're in this narrow squat now, and walk your hands forward using the pressure from your upper body to push your knees over your toes. Keeping your heels on the ground. We're holding this for 30 seconds too. After this, we're going to add some dynamic movement, moving from one position to the other. Okay, come up. You're going to slowly drop your knees. Bring the tops of your toes to the ground. Sit on your heels. Place your hands on either side of your knees. You're going to press the floor away and lift your knees. And lower them. Come back up. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees. Bring the bottoms of your feet to the floor. And come back. Knees to the ground. Low kneeling. Hands on either side of your knees, press the floor away. Drop your knees, tuck your toes, shift back on the bottoms of your feet. And here we go again, drop your knees. We're going to add on this time though. Sit on your heels, lift your knees, drop your knees. Now bring your right leg out to the side. You're in this little half squat and you're pressing that right knee over your right toe. And you have the bonus of that inner thigh stretch. Okay, bring it back and tuck your toes. Lift your knees, come to the bottoms of your feet. Drop your knees. Come to low kneeling, sitting on your heels. Now lift your knees up, pressing the floor away. Come up, bring that left foot out. Pushing that left knee over the toes. Okay, awesome. We're going to do that one more time each side. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, come to that narrow squat, drop your knees, top of the toes to the ground, sit on your heels. Now lift the knees as you press the floor away. Drop your knees, bring that right foot out, pressing the knee over the toe. Come back, tuck your toes, lift your knees. Drop your feet, narrow squat. Now bring your knees to the ground, sit on your heels, and press the floor away as you lift your knees. And bring that left foot out, pressing the knee over the toe. Okay, let's do one more squat by tucking your toes, coming to the bottoms of your feet. Hold a couple extra seconds. Drop your knees, come to the tops of your toes, and press the floor away. Okay, let's do some knee mobility into some more ankle mobility. So starting with knee, find the top of that tibia, that bone, put your fingers on it, move your foot to the right side and the left so you can feel that bone move. Okay, you want to keep your knee still and drop your foot to the right, lift your leg, move it to the left, and then drop it back to the ground. Reverse it, lift, bring it to the right, and drop it. So do that 2 more times, making sure that you are only moving from below the knee. So like I said, you should feel that shin bone move as your toes move to the right, the shin bone moves to the right, and just keep that going. I believe this is the last one. All right, grab behind your thigh and just roll your ankle out 5 times each direction. Okay, other side. Find the top of that shin bone. Drop your foot to the left. Lift it up. Move it to the right. Drop it to the ground. Lift it up. Toes to the left. Bring them to the ground. Okay, we're doing that 3 times total. And then we'll roll out the ankle. Okay, roll your ankle 5 times to the right, 5 times to the left. Okay, grab a lacrosse ball or a foam roller or a Pampered Chef dough roller. That's what I have. Dorsiflex, see that tibialis anterior, see where it starts or actually ends, that 2/3 of the way down. That's where you want to start rolling. So you're going to roll upwards. Don't get on that shin bone, but stay beside the shin bone on that muscle. You're going to see if you find any trigger points. If you do, you can stay in that spot. You can point and flex. You can add extra pressure. You can put your other hand on there to help add pressure. It's just a good way to release that muscle, especially if it feels overworked and sore. And you can do the other side. You probably really want to spend more time on it than what I'm actually doing here. But this is just for demonstration purposes. Okay, next, we're going to do your calf. So grab a foam roller, put it underneath your calf, and you're just going to roll up and down. You can kind of shift from side to side, just searching out any tender spots. And when you find any spots, you can hold it, point and flex. You can add extra pressure. You can use that other leg to put it on top, and that helps add extra pressure. Here again, I don't stay in this long either in this video, so you might need to stay quite a bit longer. So I hope that these stretches have helped you if you are feeling tight, if you are a runner, maybe a post-run stretch for those muscles. Let me know if you would like a stretch routine that not only involves your calves and tibialis, but also your TFL, your quads, your hamstrings, all the things that work hard while running.